Today I'm talking with Autumn Echo, the founder and slam master of Pulse Poetry. We talked about a year and a half ago, um, so thanks for coming on the show again.
Thank you
Um,
for having me.
since we talked last, I'm sure a lot has happened. Um, why don't you fill us into what has kind of taken place over the last year and a half or so?
Sure. Well, we've had quite a few things going on. One of the things that I'm most proud of is the solid team pulse, as we call ourselves. Really, just a group of poets that I have with me now that are helping me keep things rolling with Pulse. Uh, they're incredibly talented poets. They're great human beings, and I love spending time with them. So we generally meet a couple of times a month to talk about what we're going to do to improve the Pulse events and what things we're going to do as a team to kind of reach our goals as far as our careers are concerned with poetry. So shout out to Team Pulse because I love you guys and you're awesome and I wish you were here. So that's one thing. We've just had some other really big events. Lab Coats Required was an awesome success, and we brought in poets from out of the area to perform, including Buffalo and other places in New York, and they performed, and that was a really awesome event. So apart from that, we now are doing 3 events per month. So we have an open mic event the first Thursday of every month. We have a workshop the second Saturday, and then we have the Fire Nights event the third Monday. So that's easy to remember because it's first, second, third, one, two, three. At least I hope that's easy to remember.
Yeah, that's quite a handful to be juggling. So it definitely helps to have a support group and a lot of friends who help out with that. Like you said, you have gone to Buffalo. Um, is that the only place? And what's it like to take the team to other slams like that?
Yeah, we actually try to carpool as often as possible to attend events in Buffalo. Pure Ink Poetry Slam is the event series there. We're really good friends with all the poets out there, and they have some really cool events that they do on a regular basis as well. So we try to pool together, ride out there. Sometimes we compete, sometimes we just perform in their open mics. But it's really great to be around other poets who are such an inspiration to us and who are so successful in their careers. Pure Ink went to National Poetry Slam this year, and they were semifinalists. So NPS is National Poetry Slam. It's what I like to call the Super Bowl of poetry slams. It's kind of a big deal. So it's really, really awesome that they were able to participate in that. So we try to surround ourselves with the Buffalo poets as often as we can.
Cool. What specific things have you learned managing something like this with your friends and in this particular area, maybe?
Um, I guess the biggest thing that I've learned is that it's really invaluable to have people around you who support what you're doing. I recognize 100% that the lengths that Pulse has gone and the success that we've had with our events hasn't been because of just one person. It's been because of a whole team of people directly and indirectly involved with our events that make it possible. So there's people that come to my events every month and are there to support me and to support Pulse and to support the other performers that are coming onto the stage and sharing their stories and sharing their words. And they're just as important as anybody who's doing something behind the scenes. So managing events and emceeing events and promotion wise, like it doesn't matter if you don't have people that are willing to support what you're doing and that stand behind what you have going. So I've really just learned to appreciate the people around me and the ones I got backing me and just kind of going along with the flow because we've tried a lot of new things with events recently, and some of the things we've tried have flopped, and some of the things have been really great. So it's all just kind of a hit and miss, and it's great to have people that are there to support you every step of the way.
Yeah. What are the, you kind of mentioned a few of the events coming up. What are some general plans for the future for Pulse and the team going forward?
Well, I would say as far as the team is concerned, that would be the six of us right now. There's six poets who try to meet together on a regular basis. Our goal is to become PSI certified, which basically means that we'll be a certified poetry slam event, and then we'll be able to qualify for bigger events and bigger poetry slams, such as National Poetry Slam. We really like to get that certification just as kind of something to have under our belt and sort of a stamp that we can put on what we're doing. I already feel like the efforts that we've put in are valid and that we're doing a great thing, but it would just be nice to have that sort of solid of yeah, it would be very official and it would be very nice. So that's like our main goal. In the future, we're going to be writing more team pieces, which are basically poems where there's more than one poet who writes and performs them. We have a few of them already, but we're really excited to collaborate with each other and kind of get the creative juices flowing and writing new material. And I would say that ultimately on a daily basis, that's our goal as a team, is to just be constantly writing and being creative and putting those things out, so that we have material to present to people.
What's it like to do this in Chautauqua, and kind of what do you like most about Chautauqua?
Oh man, it is very interesting. Starting anything new any place. I think that anyone who tries something new finds that that's the case. It's sort of just an interesting process, trying to figure out what your demographic is and what people are going to be interested in. A really great example of kind of adapting to our environment here in Chautauqua and Jamestown has been just sort of the standard way to run a poetry slam didn't work. If you watch our previous interview, you will hear a really choppy description of the way that a poetry slam is usually run, with 5 random audience members chosen as judges and numerical scoring, and all of that was a mess for me in the beginning. I tried to play it off, but I wasn't all that good at it. So we've really changed that entirely. When we run our poetry slams, every member of the audience participates in the judging, and there's ballot voting, and it just I found that bringing every single person that's in the room together to be a part of that event was the most important thing. And I think that's true about Chautauqua and about Jamestown in general, is that when we come together and we pursue things together, we go farther and we enjoy things more. So I'm excited to bring an event to this town that gives people the opportunity to do that, and totally without bias. Everybody that comes to Pulse is welcome there, whether you are really sort of timid about performing or very excited about it. No matter what your background is, you're welcome. And we try to make sure that everybody knows that. One of the things that I've been working on with the team is putting together a mission statement and sort of an outline of what Pulse stands for, because I really want people to know that we have open arms and that it is a poetry event and that we're there for the poetry, but we're also there for each other.
Yeah, that's a very good answer toward Chautauqua. Yes. There's a ton of shows coming up, kind of like you mentioned, so we'll link down below, and you can get all the information on their Facebook at facebook.com/Pulse Poetry Slam. They also have a Tumblr and a Twitter.
We have Twitter and we have an Instagram.
Okay.
I invite you to check out the Instagram feed. It's actually pretty cool.
We'll link to all that in the description down below. And thank you for talking with me. Is there anything else you want to say?
No, just thank you, Paul, for having me on the show, and thank you, Jamestown and Chautauqua, for allowing me to bring this event to you and allowing us to do this, because it's kind of different and it's kind of strange, but it's been over 2 years now and it's only getting better. So come to an event, please. I beg you.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.